welcome to the ADLR Podcast, episode 59. Randall, what's so funny already? 2 seconds in, you're busting my balls?
You sound like the dude from,
Oh,
you
that
know what
guy?
I'm talking about?
Yeah, we know that guy.
I think Bryant knows.
No, that's his sarcastic way of just saying, okay.
I think is it Borderlands?
I don't know what you're talking about. Randall, all you did was laugh and said you sound like that guy.
Oh, is it,
Yeah, you know that guy, the thing? With the guy and the thing?
or is it Fallout?
All right, so Randall thinks about that. That's Bioshock.
Bioshock. I was way off.
Yeah, you were. Like, we're talking about basketball, and you're out here playing soccer.
Still around, ball.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yes,
You should
Randall.
have said
Play
like
some round ball.
you should have said boxing or something because there's no ball involved.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I messed up there. And if you aren't supporting the channel at patreon.com/ADR, wow. There goes my transition.
ADR.
Just restart. run the stinger again.
Patreon.com/ADLR plays. You're doing it wrong. You can also go.
I kind of like the whole Anthony Day-Ra.
I mean, that's gonna be my second account. That'll be my adult stream username. Speaking of adults, these adults usually have jobs, so they have extra income, and you can donate to a good cause at extralife.adlrplays.com, where the proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children here in Orlando. And as always, you can go to topics.adlrplays.com to submit a topic for us to talk about in future episodes. And once again, it's empty this week, and nobody want to hear anything. Javi Blavi in the chat says, "Dude, you live in Orlando. Isn't that crazy? Supporting a local city's hospital." That's lit. That's about it, people, for the housekeeping. And also, that was episode 59. Thank you guys for watching. I was kidding. Randall, I noticed that there's like a lack of anything on here from you. So what did you do this week?
Nothing.
You did so you woke up, laid in bed, didn't eat.
I actually did do a lot of sleeping this weekend.
That's good, Randall. You caught up on some sleep. You needed some energy. Did you need some energy? Randall, this is a conversation.
I didn't know there was a question. I guess I did. Yeah.
That would be the point of the inflection of, so what did you do? I mean, did you just need a lot of extra sleep? Like, what's going on?
And he just stares at me. I can see him from the monitor here.
Yeah. I guess I did. I didn't think I was that tired, but apparently I was.
It's crazy when you go to sleep at 5 a.m, right? That you still tired?
Well, yeah. I guess that would contribute to it too.
Yeah, it would.
Don't
Randall.
sleep.
I had to sleep though.
We haven't been able to upgrade ourselves, Brian. Not yet. Maybe in our lifetime, hopefully. But
He's a 2000 and late then.
yeah, dude. Unfortunately, I don't have the
Bum
augments. Excuse me. How about you, Brian? What did you do this week? I know you just came hot off the presses from work. Made it here 5 minutes before the show. So I don't even know if you got the chance to update the stuff here.
Yeah, updated. I know why I said that so aggressively at you.
I don't know. Yeah, I updated it. Okay, I believe you, dude. It was just a
Let
question.
me tell you something, sucker. Alright, so last Tuesday, let me see. Wednesday, I don't even remember what I streamed Wednesday, if I streamed Wednesday, but I streamed. Thursday, Janemba came out. So I tried him. Not for me. It's one of those characters that if you're not Dexter and you have your own laboratory, he's not the character for you.
What does that mean? I like Dexter.
He's one of those characters you have to put a lot of time into to figure out all the setups and the mix-ups because he's like a teleporty, unorthodox kind of character. A lot of his moves revolve around a lot of reach because he's a tall dude. He has his sword out, so he can hit. His sword attack can hit from about half screen. And they just walked away. He said, "If you're not talking about Goku, then you're not fucking talking to me."
I had to turn off the AC.
Turn that off again?
Sound, Randall.
You know, I never hear that.
Huh?
I never hear it.
You know why you never hear it, Randall?
I'm talking about like from the earlier videos before you started doing that.
I've always done it. That's why you never hear it.
You did not always do it.
Since for the podcast, yeah, for my gameplay
There's
streams, I
been
leave
times that you like it was on and then you cut it off.
Randall.
Just like right now, it was on for a little bit and then you cut it off.
Okay.
But go ahead, Brian. My bad.
Oh, you're cutting him off, Randall. You had your chance and you said nothing.
You cut him off
right?
when you walked away. You could have just wait.
I can hear him still.
But
No,
he
you
wants
can't.
to see you.
I heard everything he was saying.
You didn't see what I was saying though.
You're right. I guess that's
Fucking
a part of it.
scumbag. Moves to Mixer. He's Hollywood now. Whoa.
Right? Can we get some rocks in the chat?
Fucking elevate. No rocks, Javi.
Give me pizza then.
But yeah, Janemba's a big body, so that means if you play GT Goku, you're free mix-up city. He has long range because he uses his sword for a lot of his moves. His
That's good.
heavy attacks, he uses his sword, and he also has a quarter circle forward where he basically swings and he can hit from half screen.
That's not fair.
And he's teleporting around. He has moves where it involves like his key blast. You know, everybody's like, haha, yellow.
Yeah.
He puts his hand in a portal and it just keeps, and it tracks around you. But since it's a
What?
key blast, you can super dash out of it.
Oh.
And if you're like moving, it can be behind. It's not going to always be on you if you're in movement. In the air, he has a move where he teleports his foot in a portal, and that tracks right above you.
As an overhead? Or...
Yeah.
Ooh.
But if you see him just sitting there, nothing's happening. There's something fucked up. Jiren has a counter for highs, for mids and highs.
Okay.
If he does the teleport thing and he's all the way on the other side of the screen and his foot comes out and he counters it, it snaps you to him.
And that's a bug, or is that as intended?
I don't know. I don't know
That's
what's
weird.
intended with this game anymore. They have 5 Gokus.
7.
But he's fun. It's just I'm not trying to put that much time into that kind of character.
Okay.
It doesn't fit.
It sounds like it's a Randall character with the teleporting and the long range.
He said sword.
Yeah, the sword makes it give him... Oh, you don't like swordsman?
What the hell? Since when?
I don't know,
love
you-
Cloud. What the
Yeah,
hell?
what happened to that?
Yeah, because that's Cloud's thing. Like,
That's Janimba's thing. That's why he's using it. I
Yeah.
don't understand what you're...
Also,
I guess maybe I like the way Cloud handles the sword better than he does.
Oh, okay. Does he stroke it the way you like it, or...
I'm not touching it.
Okay. Are
He's
you gonna let
wearing
him
the
swing
hard
it at
bench.
you, or...
Were you done, Brian?
Yeah,
For the Janemba
for the
thing,
Janimba
yeah.
thing. Randall, you need to pay attention over here trying to listen for air
Uh,
conditionings.
Do
Is
I just go?
Anthony cutting in and out for you, Bryant?
No.
What the fuck?
If you have
Discord's
something
trash.
running, then yeah, get out of it.
No,
I
it's 'cause-
don't. Like I've closed
No,
everything.
we tested it before you got on here. It's just acting up. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it is Discord or actually I do know what to do. There's this thing called Lightstream. Basically, you can use your browser as a way to stream from the web. Like all you need to do is just use your CPU or GPU to upload whatever screen or whatever. Anyway, the point I'm making is from there I can send an invite to you guys and you'll share your webcam and mic from the browser. So instead of doing Discord, it's just you guys individually sending your video feed and audio feed, and I'll see if I can sort it out for next week or something. But it seems promising. I've been doing a lot
Is
of.
this because you went to Mixer that you're having these difficulties?
Oh no, this is Discord just audio being silly again. We've had this before. I switched over to Mixer. It's just Discord saying, "Hey, it's time to destroy Anthony." So everybody get ready. Yeah, you can leave the lube this time.
So do you want me to go through everything that I've did? Because this was all within the week time.
Go
obviously.
for
Do you
it,
want me-
man.
All right.
I mean,
So
okay, when was
Thursday-
it? When was this? This is Wednesday for you?
Janemba was Thursday.
Okay, keep going then. I don't think I can speak on anything. What did I do Thursday?
Are you going backwards?
No, he's going from in chronological
Last
order.
Tuesday till now.
Remember, Randall, last Tuesday. So you were doing nothing, absolutely nothing since last Tuesday, according to this doc.
Mm-hmm. I literally didn't do anything, man. All I did was work. I mean,
There you
nobody
go.
wants to hear about my job.
I do. I don't.
Did you do freelance stuff or just your 9 to 5?
Both.
Did you work on any of the projects that are for yourself?
Nope.
Does it look better as 1 or 2?
Oh snap! 1 or 2? You should have said 4, dude. We got Johan in the chat, joining us on Mixer. Let's go.
Hold on, he deserves this.
Yeah, he got the rocks.
He got rocks.
Keep going, Brian.
So,
Let's hit us with.
Thursday, nobody did anything.
Actually, I'm just gonna ask you because this boxing anime hit me with it.
Okay.
I had to look it up because I'm like, what is
was
this?
Yeah, this one's gonna skip to Sunday. that's when I did this. Since you're asking about it.
Yeah, because I looked it up. I'm like, what the heck is Megalo? You know what I thought that was? The
Roblox?
Lego. Yeah, I'm like, Brian's playing Roblox. What the heck is this? I looked it up and I'm
sponsored.
like, boxing anime. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so Javi's been recommending it for like a long time, and then someone else that I met, a streamer, recommended it to me since Kawaii Biwa was my favorite anime.
Okay.
So Sunday, I started and finished it. It's 13 episodes, 20 something minutes, like regular anime length.
As in complete, or is it just a seasonal thing?
I only know if this being what's being made. I don't know if there's like another season or if it's just this.
Okay.
It's basically, I think it looks futuristic. I don't know if it's from the future, but it seems like it's from the future. And boxing is evolved to a certain level where they use what's called gear, and it's basically equipment you put on that basically increases your strength. It's kind of like imagine if Jax had arms that he can just put on and take off when he's boxing, like metal setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's the name of this anime?
Megalo
Megalo Box.
Megalo Box?
Megalo on the dock, the first thing on mine.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what it's become. There's a company that's making basically the King of Iron Fist tournament, Randall, but with that kind of boxing to see who's the best boxer. There's already a champion named Yuri, and that person's sponsored by this company using their tech, their gear. So it basically sets that up, and you follow a protagonist who basically just he's a very talented boxer, but he earns his money by throwing fights, like in the underground. This tournament that I was talking about before is only for citizens of the city. He's in the slums. That's where he lives. That's where he's from.
Okay.
They never say his name, but his ring name is Junk Dog. He doesn't like that he's throwing. He wants to be able to box. So him being forced to do this, he kind of feels like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I'm trying to remember like the gist of it, so I can't read if John's saying something funny.
Yeah, he is. It's fine. Just keep going.
Cut to no, it's okay. So he rides a motorcycle, and he's very careless with it. He daydreams a lot because he's tired of his life, so he kind of tries to escape it that way. But one night he's just driving in the dark.
Oh snap! So were you in the street corner just dancing?
Yeah.
With your dogs?
And always, if it's night, my dogs are there.
I got it.
He's riding and he's daydreaming, and he goes to an under construction spot, which is where the tournament's going to take place 3 months later. They're still building the venue.
Okay.
They're trying to set up who's going to be in it. There's only 4 fighters that'll make it, and there's a ranking system.
Okay.
He can't take place because he doesn't live in the city, so he's pissed or whatever. He wants to do it, but he's pissed. Daydreaming, he goes through the construction, almost hits the lady that runs the tournament with his motorcycle.
Okay.
She's like, oh, since it was my fault. Here, take this money. He's one of those. He's like Mugen and Spike combined in terms of personality. He's cool, but he can get hot-headed. But he's usually cool.
Got it.
He's like, no.
This is all in the first episode, or
yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I don't want your charity. The guy that's the champion.
Yeah.
That's sponsored by her is with her. He's like, hey, he ain't talking like that. And he's like, what you gonna do about it? Puts the dukes out.
Ooh.
And then
But this is without the enhancements?
His is state of the art, built into his body. That's
the protagonist.
No, the other guy, Yuri, the champion bodyguard.
The Drift King, if you will.
Yeah, the Drift King. He's, for most of the show, he looks like his face, and he sounds like Android 16.
Oh, it could be his voice actor then.
I don't know. but I was like, yo, I'm rooting for 16. The fight doesn't happen because she's like, enough, don't do this.
Right.
The main character, teases him like, oh, you must be on a short leash, whatever. The next day, he has a fight that he's supposed to throw the main character.
Okay.
This guy champion goes from where he is to the slums down to the ring and challenges him to a boxing match.
Ooh.
Instead
Okay.
of throwing, he's like, no, fuck this. This guy's legit. They try to fight, and then there's like a
Rocky moment.
like a Ryu and Sagat thing where the whole goal becomes, I need to fight this guy again.
Oh, okay.
And so they
So not about the championship. It's I want to best him.
basically. So
Okay.
the anime continues with the main character trying to find a way.
Into that ring with him again.
hmm
Nice. Okay.
Oh, so when he comes to the current champion, when he comes to the slums, they don't actually fight. They don't actually get.
No, they fight,
Oh, they do.
but they
fight.
want that run back.
Oh.
Each one wants that run back.
Javi says that it's only one season because it's a tribute to an old anime, so it might be all contained. Perhaps.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I think
watch it,
it's-
and after I
it's
watch,
a tribute
I finish...
to an anime called Champion Joe, I think.
Okay.
It's only 13 episodes. I literally I laid down and just watched, like, binged it, and I was like, all right, what do I do with my day? It's the setting really cool. The
Yeah, you said
character
it-
design is very
You sold me on like augmentation, and it's in the future, and just people
Yeah.
throwing hands at each other. I'm in.
the setting is really cool. Even though it might be inspired by it, I get a very Cowboy Bebop-esque feel from it, where everything's very like gritty, or it's as natural as it can be. It seems the characters don't feel like anime archetypes. There's no like, oh, he's obviously the Vegeta. It's just actually like well designed characters, and they kind of feel like real people in a sense.
Okay, that sounds
The
good.
people he ends up boxing along the way to get to point B,
Uh-huh.
they show backstory. A lot of those characters were well developed as well, in my opinion. The soundtrack's really good, I would say. I don't like the intro or the outro music's kind of fine. Like at the end of the episode, the intro,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, eh. But the
The
characters'
scores in
themes,
the middle. Yeah. Okay.
well done. It's not just about the fighting. There's a lot of other like things.
Drama
There's-
happening behind the scenes.
like there's mob ties, Anthony. There's
You don't need to sell me anymore. I'm already in. You're good. Yeah, I'm gonna just skip JoJo. I'm kidding you, Javi.
I watched it. Don't do that.
I'm not- I'm
Is
not.
Ant still on? Like you know.
It's not. Randall's having a hard.
Stay there?
Randall's having a hard time looking in my direction because the cock is out. You know. Excuse my language. Clean stream rest of 2019.
Randall will like it probably. The animation's well done too. I was gonna say something. And
He's probably gonna watch it
watched-
tonight. He's gonna
I
sit there and
watched
go to
it.
I
sleep.
already thought about it.
He's gonna go to
I already
sleep
thought about
at
it.
like
I guess
3 in the
I'll-
morning. He's like, I'm watching this now.
Especially if
I
the
watched-
first episode is good.
I'm telling you, basically everything I'm saying is like the first episode. So you still have
That's-
everything else to do.
That's all the first episode. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
How many episodes is it?
It's just 13,
13,
And how long are they?
20.
like 23 minutes.
That's a standard anime length.
Yeah. I watched it dubbed. I don't think there was a voice I didn't like.
Okay.
Like I said,
Oh, good.
Yuri
Yes, I can watch it dubbed.
Sounds
Yes.
like Yuri sounds like 16, and he does. You know the smile and like the character portrait in Dragon Ball FighterZ for 16.
Uh-huh.
He's like,
When he's like,
that's his face.
Javi co-signs that too. He says both dub and the sub is good. All right,
The
cool.
main character, Junk
check this
Dog. His voice sounds familiar. I can't place who it is, but it sounds very familiar.
Who?
The main protagonist
Okay.
named Junk Dog. It's
Oh,
Johan. I
we
know
have
him.
we have him in the chat already. It's Johan.
Yeah, I recommend. It's a really cool anime.
Sweet. All right, you can go back to talking about the fighting games you revisited and stuff this week.
I'm trying
Because
to
I
think of the order.
googled Megalo Box. I'm like, this looks cool. I also saw screenshots. I didn't see any video or anything. So
There's
look at
quite a
Randall.
few.
He's already downloading it.
There's quite a few animes that are based on like some sort of sport. There's like a baseball one that's supposed to be really good. There's a volleyball one that's really cool. A lot of the school type animes are actually done really well. It's not like, I mean, it's like a typical school type thing, but it's not, they do it in such a way that you're like, you really enjoy the characters, you really enjoy what's going on. It's not just they're just kind of following these people around in life going to school. Like, I mean, like, look at Angel Beats. Angel Beats was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It was, of course there was a huge twist to it, but it was basically based on them being at a school.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that Javi reminded me of, there's a boxer that's Hispanic.
Uh-huh.
He speaks Spanish. It's not like, ¿Cómo está? He sounds like Miguel, actually. So that might make you happy.
Randall, I know you started sweating as soon as you heard Miguel, but you might want to watch the show. Oh,
I'm gonna have to binge this week just to come back and be
I gotta watch it after. Yeah, I think Randall's probably gonna message me tomorrow morning.
Almost looks like Spike.
He looked it up. I knew it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looks like Mugen and Spike combined, and he acts like both of them.
That's cool. Yeah, Randall's gonna watch it tonight. I already know.
To move past this, it was really cool. I recommend it. I literally binged 13 episodes. So I was gonna be like, oh, I'll start it, and then do something else. And I was like, yo, how are they gonna?
Okay.
So that was Sunday. Thursday was Janemba. Was it Friday I played Hades, Kelsey?
Yeah, I think it was Friday.
All right, so
there's a huge update, right? This is the last biome, and
yeah, the last biome. They added a new area at the end of the game. You fight the final boss. I'll get to that later, but it's gonna be a rant probably.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody buckle in.
Before you get to that, there's like a gauntlet you have to run to be able to get to that final boss where they added new enemies. I was not ready. They didn't kill me, but they scared the shit out of me. For the first time in the game, you're fighting things that aren't already dead, like not spirits, real life things.
Okay.
There's like decaying rats that just do this and a bunch of acids going, like poisons going everywhere.
For the audio listeners, he was doing the Harlem Shake.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was just look up any video with Biggie and P. Diddy, and what Diddy does, that's what I did.
Okay.
It's like a shaman. There's something that shoots like a mortar at you. This is like a bunch of rooms to get something to open the way. I'm not gonna spoil what it is. And then you fight the last boss. So I got to him the first time, and I was like, "Oh, this is the setup for it right before you start fighting. Well done. Voice acting as always in that game. Well done.
Nice."
I was overwhelmed by the fight. This guy slapped me once and I died, and then I had half health them out of their life. Literally.
What?
So you can get this thing, I'm trying to remember what it's called, Death Defiance, where it's like having another stock. So if you get killed, and then it goes into the next life.
Got it.
He does a lot of damage, and he's doing things that are really quick. There's parts where he'll go invisible, and you have to look at the snow to find out where he is, like footsteps.
Okay.
He can summon other enemies that take up space, and then you're gonna have to find him amongst the mess. So he bodied me the first time. It's like, oh shit, that was tough.
Mm-hmm.
I made my way back there. And I watched the archive. I learned the matchups. I learned what's plus and what's minus.
Okay.
I picked my main, right?
Okay.
I'm taking it slow a bit. I'm using the shield because you can throw it and you can just bash them with it.
Like Captain America style?
What do you mean?
Like
so the main attack, if you hit it, you just swing it at them. Like just swinging.
Okay.
If you hold it, you charge up and you can block things, and then you charging star. If you press the special attack, you throw it and it ricochets.
Okay.
So I'm, taking it bit by bit, trying to kill anything he sends at me, like these skulls. Wherever he teleports, I'm just trying to guess where he is. I get his health really low. I'm like, oh shit, let me not get too excited. Let me bit by bit and be safe.
Yeah.
I get his health really low, and he gets down on one knee. And I'm like, I guess I beat it. Out loud, I say time.
Oh, no.
This person gives me some kind of speech. He stands up, his health is full, and he just basically says, there were so many traps, I thought Rocket Raccoon was in this game. And then I proceed to die because I wasn't aware the games still make multi-stage boss fights.
Oh my, that's definitely
Why
pulled
is that
from Japanese developers, dude. That's what they do.
Why is that still a thing?
Because it's probably an homage to that.
That's fucking stupid. It shouldn't be like, oh, I fought him. He heals. I'm sitting here with barely like a smegma of health left, and I have to fight him a second time. Got me the fuck wrong.
I think that was a very popular thing to do with RPGs, especially JRPGs.
It's not a JRPG.
But I know they pulled it from that, like inspired by those types of fights. Got a lot of that JRPG.
That's all I had to say. It left such a bad taste in my mouth. I haven't played it since.
Oh man. Okay. So apparently you found your main in Tekken.
No, there's a hunt for it.
Oh, main. Okay, I thought there was a character named Hunt for some reason.
Yeah, that's my main. Name is Hunt.
Nice.
I loaded the game up. I reinstalled it because Evo had me feeling some type of way.
Because it was one of the best things to watch at Evo.
I load the game up. I go into customization first because you never know if they added new things. You know, I gotta make them look tight. You know what I'm saying? That being said, Tekken's.
Bryant if he didn't do it.
And I saw a meme today on Reddit where it said, "Oh, it's 4 cells. First cell is just a blank character customization, and then the next cell is a guy going, "Oh, let me go see what I can change my character into." Third cell is a person who's been changed, like full female, looks like a schoolgirl. Last cell is just skeletons holding the controller. That's Brian.
He don't look right. I don't want him. But Tekken's customization is trash. At least 7. Tekken 7's trash.
You don't like it?
It's basically everybody gets 2 things that only that character has. The rest of it's generic clothing.
Oh.
You can't even put shoes on. It's just lower body.
Oh, they didn't split them out?
No.
That's unfortunate.
So I did that. I went in with... What did I go in with first? Leo? I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I forget. They changed the person's gender in games.
It's a girl.
I was bored immediately with that character. Because she... Sherm plays... They're female. She plays like Elliot from Devil May Cry. Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive? Then what's wrong with that? I like that fighting style.
In that game, it's fun. In this game, I'm like, what do you do? Like, I just felt bored. I started trying to learn a combo. I didn't give one shit to continue, so scratch them off my list.
Okay.
Right after that, a friend of mine from like middle school was like trying to learn Tekken too, so we started playing against each other.
Oh, nice.
Playing as characters, I tried Steve immediately because I used to main him. Remember? I used to main him.
Yeah, we saw the tech that they were using that you made at Evo. So
yeah, he's fun.
Randall's face.
It's just currently I have no business playing him because he's pretty hard in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'll shelf him.
So am I, but you don't hear me spouting out about it.
Yeah, you got your joke in. I was waiting for him to stop so I can get my joke in. It's fine.
So then I tried Bob. With how little of buttons I was pressing, I don't like how fast and how much shit he was doing. It felt like I was just watching somebody play. So Bob's not for me either.
As in, like, his animations are too long for an attack, or
he does like multiple hits. So like one crouching, I think it was down back 3-4, so the kicks, and he basically does some Eddie shit. And I'm like, what do you do? But he's really fast. He's fat, but he's really fast. So most of the time. Because he was also playing Bob, the person I was playing. I was just watching because I didn't know what's not safe. So I was like, yo, he's agile. I'll give him that. And then I died.
That's something I do. It's hard for me to figure out. Like, even watching Street Fighter 5, I don't play that much. I can I can tell that's not safe. Watching Tekken, I'm like, I have no idea.
Everything looks like I can punish it, and I put a jab out, and then I'm shaking their hand.
Yeah, they block it, and there goes Randall hitting me with his electricity punch that sends me to Namek.
Somehow he tags in a partner and then they continue the combo.
Exactly.
That's that Tekken tag. I'm like, all right, dude. I just try to jab you out of the.
Tekken tag was the best.
So then, I went to King. I was like, you know what? He's not a tiger. I can get over that now. You know, as a child, I felt betrayed. I thought that was a tiger head. I thought that was his head. I didn't know it was a mask. I thought he was half tiger, half person. And I was like, I gotta main him. It's a jaguar, whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried him. He feels right. I just don't know what I'm doing completely yet. I'm playing him like he's like Alex and going in and just trying to grab people.
I don't know if that's the way to do it.
He feels good. I would just have to learn him. Another character I didn't think I would like, but I tried. is Lars.
Oh,
know.
he used to play Lars, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Something, his moves feel like it hurts. He's a little on the
You or the enemy?
It hurt, like, you know how Balrog has weight to his moves?
Okay.
So this guy's like, he looks like an edgelord, first of all, which I'm not really a fan
Yeah.
of, but it's whatever.
Yeah, he does look.
And he does like
I'm not a
weeb
fan of his
anime
design.
moves, like he looks like he's gonna be the next Hokage. But each weeb move he does looks like it actually has weight behind it.
So it's like
fun to play
satisfying
him.
to hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's between one of those two until Randall lets me play Marduk or Armor King, my actual mains.
Oh, those were DLC.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to try them, but I couldn't. So right now it's between King and Lars for that game. I'll keep you guys posted.
You can watch the. Didn't King play during Evo? You can just watch those matches again and learn some stuff from there.
There's a Tekken player that I like called Lil Majin. He made top 8 last year.
At
And
Evo.
he plays, I don't know if he still plays regular King. He picked up Armor King. I could just watch him if I wanted to.
And I think Johan plays King, so.
No, we don't want to watch his.
Oh, why not?
Because he means because the tiger lady in this one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I almost did just because she was a tiger, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with her. That was my Tekken experience.
All
What's
right,
left
so
on here?
Street Fighter, bro.
Street Fighter.
It was Sunday. I was like, I just finished Megalo Box, and I was like, you know what?
You're in a fighting mood. Let's go get some W's online.
Did you
Actually,
pick up
hold on.
Balrog or something?
Right? As soon as he finished that anime, it's time to punch their lights out, dude.
I watched Megalo Box. You know how I went on Twitch to see if Hook Gang God was streaming or not.
Him specifically.
Yeah, I don't. He's my favorite. He's my favorite Dragon Ball
Streamer.
player.
Oh.
His streams are fine, but I spit. His stream's fine. It's just I like watching him play. He wasn't, and you know how Twitch has recommended channels?
Yeah.
There was some guy playing Poison. And I was watching him play. He looked like he was having a blast. And I was like, you know what?
Let me try Poison.
Let me try it. I have no business playing Poison whatsoever. Absolute no business. The way she played in Street Fighter 4 fit me more because she had projectiles. She had like the vertical sonic booms. They're like, all right, so we're gonna add this character here who like playing in Street Fighter 4. Projectiles, get it out of there.
Okay.
We're gonna give her a huge fucking whip. That's what they replaced it with. And she has like a stance. Like if you do quarter circle back and punches, you have the whip and you can do a low, medium, or high. But if you hold a button, you can move around with it. If you press a kick, you cancel it. So a lot of her combos involve hitting him, canceling into the stance, canceling it, and then doing like a medium. I don't have hands for that, but I did all her trials.
Okay.
Her neutral for me, because no projectile, I just have a fucking whip that can be hit like Dhalsim's limbs, like from far.
Okay.
So I'm just like, this does not feel right. So I panicked and put Sagat on.
All right.
I realized with this, after that, I was streaming it for a while. I was playing Sagat and Alex. What I realized with this game, I never thought I would say this out loud.
Uh-oh.
Overwatch mindset works for this game as long as there's no lag. So I can I can enjoy myself in this game if I just turn my brain off and there's no lag, and I can enjoy it to an extent. I think most of the matches I enjoyed myself until there was laggy ones where they were doing Bankai flash steps, and I was
And
like,
at that point, that's just frustrating when you get the lag stuff in the fighting
Yeah.
game, so.
But besides that, I can say if I just pretend I'm playing Overwatch, then I can enjoy this shit of a game.
Got it. Speaking of Overwatch, Brian, patch is out today. Sigma's out, and the roll queue is out. So we might need to
doing that tomorrow
load
or
that
something?
up. I don't know when. Okay, so I'm torn.
Oh,
All right, there's double XP on Black Ops.
who cares?
There's
They're
Apex
replacing the game later.
solos that are out now. I wanted to try solos because I hate being a burden to my team, so now I can just die and leave without having to worry about bringing my entire team down. Stop smiling, Kelsey. And then
So I would rather. I have to disagree though. Like I would rather
bring down your team because you're trash? No, I'm good. If I'm
I'd
trash, I
rather
just want to
you-
die by myself.
I have way more fun playing with people, regardless of if they're shit or not. Like, if I'm playing with my friends, I don't give a fuck how bad you are. Like, at least, we're having fun.
It's fun playing the game, but it's not fun when the game makes you not play the game when you're doing well. That's when I'm just done playing it.
Oh well, you had technical
Bryant
difficulties.
has the most kills in the server right now. Be a shame if we kick him out.
That was so shitty on so many levels. The look of pure death and like he regressed to his that summer that he was grounded. He's just, the look of pure destruction and disappointment. Like, what's the fucking point of going on with life?
It does, and
I
you
think
can't
it might have been the-
and you can't join in again quickly, right? It just counts you as dead.
You can't join in again. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
So he
They
dies,
don't have
right?
yeah, they don't have any sort of reconnect like what is it, like Black Ops, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'd be really nice if they added that, because it's really frustrating. That game has like so many bugs with I mean, I don't know if I haven't really been keeping up with the patch notes, but when we were playing, it was so shitty, would just crash because depending on what version of your graphics card you were on, depending on what graphics card you had, like,
I think it's stabled out though, because I think I streamed it. I don't even know when the last time I streamed it. It was after Watson came out. I tried season 2 for a bit, and it was pretty stable. But yeah, I gotta try that out. The solo stuff.
What we're doing is, see, this game called Marvel died, and they put in my favorite Mega Man villain, Sigma.
Yeah, and Overwatch. We gotta
So
try
what
it.
we're doing is, you don't get to play what you want. We're gonna play it because Sigma's in that game.
I mean, hopefully he's dope.
I don't care.
You're just gonna play.
Yeah.
I think we can do
His
placements too,
character
because
reveal.
we get loot boxes for doing certain placements. So
Is
We'll
he
try that out.
playable during that?
he should be, I think.
If he's not playable, Anthony,
If
I'm
not,
just
we'll
gonna
just
have to
do-
pick Reinhardt or Anna. It's the
Well, I
only
mean,
two
we can
characters in the game.
just do regular matches, and then you can just pick Sigma that way.
Yeah, but everybody else is gonna pick Sigma before me.
I'm sure there's gonna be a playlist that you can pick multiple people. You know how they have
Yeah,
the
but I
playlist
want
in
them to
arcade.
see me play Sigma.
Oh my god!
They can't play. I'm playing him. Bitches. Yeah, that's all I consume this week.
You just want to.
There's definitely some highs up there, and then there was Hades. There was a big low down there. That's the only thing I can. There's a boss before that's a Hydra, and I was like, this boss is fucking stupid and annoying. I did this last bit. Hydra's fine.
Oh wow, it's that bad?
It-
Oh, because he
Why the
reses.
fuck do you have multi-stage boss fights? I thought it was 2018, not fucking PS1
It's 2019.
era. Oh.
See, you're still behind. That's the problem,
It's
dude.
because I went back. I'm from I'm from the future, so that's
Got
why.
it. You went too far back.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to see your boys. Speaking of boys, that's how you
What a
transition
terrible
there.
transition.
Shut the hell up and tell me about the boys.
Dude,
Got a lot of
it is
boys.
amazing. Like,
Okay,
you
good.
know,
That's
each
what I keep
episode
hearing.
each episode is about an hour long, and it's fantastic. Like, it's gory, it's gruesome. It's an adult superhero movie. And by superhero, I mean the soups are the enemy. Like, the very first episode, within the first, 3 minutes, one of the fastest guy on Earth runs through a woman, and she literally explodes. Like, the camera work, the animations, and everything is amazing. Like, some dude, they show it in the trailer, I believe, but the guy's sitting there, they're having this heartfelt lovey-dovey moment, and then all of a sudden he's it pans around to him, and he's saying something, and then you hear and see a blur, and then he's got something on his face, and the whole thing slows down, and the camera slowly pans out to the side of him, looking kind of like my camera is, and there's just this cloud of blood and spine and teeth and all this stuff just sitting here, and then the guy that ran through her is on the other side of it, and then it just falls to the ground, and he's just left standing there holding her hands, and it's What the fuck just happened?
Oh my gosh! I think
But
this
I
shit,
mean, I'm only 3 or 4 episodes in, but it's just it is fantastic so far.
I've only seen the trailers for it, but as soon as I saw the trailer, I'm like, this show is probably the reason why I should not have superpowers. And then from what you're saying, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that you just confirmed that's probably what it is.
I mean,
the dude that was like the Flash that ran through the woman, did he intentionally do it or was it by accident?
it was by accident, but there are like other things involved that caused him to be at that point. Like, and it goes into that throughout the series. And like, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil it, because I really think you should watch it. Like,
Yeah,
the
it's on my
show's not what
backlog.
the show's not what you think it is. Like, it's not a story about superheroes in the sense that, you know, like Superman and Justice League, you know, saving the world and that kind of stuff. No, there's like a lot of story that's being built up, and you know, you're finding out like the dark side of the superhero business and a bunch of other things. Like, it's pretty incredible.
Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of good reviews, and I saw the trailers. I'm like, I might check that out. And then the reviews came out and was like, yeah, you got to watch this. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch it sometime. And
You should
here we
watch
are.
it.
Well, yeah,
You
everyone's
should
saying.
definitely watch it.
If you guys want more superhero gruesome stuff, make sure to read all the Injustice comics.
Oh, I still got to get year 3
Bitch.
of Injustice 1. Oh, man.
Injustice 2 finished like last year, so
Cool. They'll probably make year 1s for that too. So,
It's not that
so
long.
that's like a resounding watch it. Like, there's
Yes,
no.
like
Okay.
it is.
That's
if
100%
you-
from you.
If you really like the dark and gritty,
Like Deadpool, but worse.
yeah, you
Got
know,
it.
like, because like Deadpool has that funny undertone.
Yeah, because he's written that way. Like, he's the
Yeah.
the fourth wall kind of person, or whatever the heck that term is.
This has like funny undertones in a different way. Like, it's not meant to be like the fourth wall breaking, ha ha ha, you know, I just shoved a stick of dynamite up that dude's ass and blew him up, it was great, you know,
Uh-huh.
type thing. You know, like something that Deadpool would do. I just keep thinking about that scene from Archer where he shoves the grenade up the guy's ass on his rampage.
Oh, got it. There's not gonna be any like baby feet or baby legs in this, right?
What do you mean, baby legs?
From Deadpool 2.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Um,
Like, it doesn't
I
get
mean, I
that
haven't run
wacky.
across that yet. Like,
Got it.
there's a lot of sexuality and aggression and depression, and you just
It's
there's
gritty,
a lot
then.
of emotion in the
Uh-huh.
in the show, and like, you know, the guy. Do you remember? You've seen Thor Ragnarok, right?
Sure have.
You know the guy that plays.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The main character is the one who has the 2 guns, which is
Yeah,
Dez
I
and
can't think of
Troy.
his name.
I don't remember
Yeah.
his name, but I know he has 2 guns called Dez and Troy.
Yeah, and like, he's the main character, and it's super funny because he's just like, sack the fuck up, bitch! Like, we gotta do this thing. And his name is his last name is Butcher, and so he's called the Butcher, or just Butcher, and he was like part of the CIA or the FBI or something, and did like black op missions, and so he's not afraid to just, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
go in, stab a few people, leave like nothing happened, sleeps at night just fine.
He's gotten his hands dirty.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And you know, he's the one that, like, is part of the whole against the soups type thing, and it's just incredible.
Sweet. Okay. The Boys. Adding it to the backlog. After JoJo. And Kidding.
And Megalo Box.
Well, Megalo Box is coming after JoJo. And I
It comes
guess
back in October, Anthony.
I thought you were
My
gonna say
Hero Academia.
October comes back?
Rick and Morty starts in
Fudge.
November.
Oh, there you go, Randall. You were asking me when it starts.
What?
Do you
He
I
said
didn't hear what Kelsey said.
Rick and Morty.
starts
Oh,
in
okay.
November.
Yeah, but we knew that.
I did. You asked me like recently.
Yeah,
I, didn't know.
you told me November.
I did not. I said I don't know.
And then some other Anthony I spoke to said no.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've learned time travel in the future. I can feel it in my balls.
No, you die early. I'm from the future, so I saw it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Scavenge my remains.
You guys need to, whenever this podcast is done, just start watching. Kidding. I need you to finish it already.
That'll probably be tomorrow.
Finish all the parts of JoJo.
Well, Randall, I don't know if he started watching JoJo. I did, so I might.
Get your shit together.
He's gonna watch. He's gonna watch the boxing thing right after this. Like he's gonna be like, "Oh, we're done. Cool. No after show." He's gonna go walk and watch it.
He's just gonna blast it on his phone into the mic while you're talking.
Yeah. And I guess to finish off, Kelsey. Not like that. Scavengers. You sure you're good? You're clear for the NDA?
Yeah. So I read over the email again. It says
You're allowed to talk about
don't
it?
stream or record, but we'd love to hear about your gameplay experience on Discord, YouTube, and Twitter. So I can't imagine that I couldn't talk about it here.
Okay. So, I mean, if not, we had no part in this, whoever developed Scavengers. Go ahead, man. So, Scavengers, what is it?
It's a... I'm trying to think of, like, what would... when I was watching the trailers, I thought it was going to be, like, a scavenging version of Borderlands, where you and a couple of people could team up, you build weapons, you go and fight stuff, whatever. Turns out it's more of like a battle royale.
Okay.
Where you get dropped from the space onto the planet, and you have to just run around and find things. And they have like some assault rifles, pistols, bow and arrow, and then each character has their own like specialty. Like one of them can drop a healing like a healing bubble that if you stand in it, obviously it heals everybody that's in it. Another one has a shield that she can drop that will prevent other people's bullets from getting in, but yours and your partners can get out.
Okay.
And then there's one guy. Each of them have their like own special weapon too. They have a special primary and a special secondary. The two that I played, one used a bow and one used I played three. There's four of them, and one used a bow, one uses a shotgun, one uses an assault rifle, and one uses like a staff or a club of some sort.
So melee focused.
Yeah, and so
That's when you main.
Do what?
That's the one you main.
I didn't actually.
Get out! You're a lie. Who are you?
Yeah.
I actually didn't even play that character.
What? Randall, we found out he's a scroll.
Like I thought about it, but then I was like, after playing the game, I was like, I don't know that he would fit very well in this, because you take a lot of damage from being shot, and it just feels like he's at a huge disadvantage having this club that you're like. So he's sort of at a huge disadvantage because like he doesn't really have any range. I think his ultimate allows him to like dash forward and slam, kind of like the thunder mallet in Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Gravity hammer.
The gravity hammer. But I mean, I didn't play him. I only saw one person play him. They did really well with him, and like when we pinned a bunch of people down in a compound, he did really well because it's all close range and he could just sit there and swing all day, and they were struggling to find bullets. So he's great in the sense that if you don't have bullets, you can't do anything. And you need bullets to like fight back. Punching things just doesn't work.
Okay, I was gonna ask you.
Hard enough, dude.
So everyone still has a melee like attack. Like if you're playing Call of Duty and you can
punch,
melee. Okay.
And you can pick up melee weapons. Like there's like a bat with like barbed wire around it. There's some sort of like saw weapon thing where like it's like a bat with a saw at the end that you can swing around.
Okay.
And I think those are the only two that I can remember.
Do the weapons and melee weapons have like what is it? Durability? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
No. So one of the niches of this thing is that it relies heavily on crafting. So you can like pick up you can have two primary weapons. So you can have like two assault rifles or a melee weapon and an assault rifle or a bow or whatever. and then you can have a pistol, which is separate, and then there's like a third slot or a fourth slot for whatever your special is. One person makes remote mines, another person makes grenades, and I don't remember what the other two do. And as you go through and you scavenge for things, you find like gunmetal parts or I forget what the other piece was, but there's like gunmetal parts, and that's used to upgrade and create your main weapon. Like, you don't just get your main weapon. You have to find stuff to actually build
To make it,
and then they
okay.
and then they have like levels, which there's a lot of really confusing parts to the game, and it took me several games to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Well, then hold on. How's the pacing then? You said it's a battle royale. How much time between like the zones coming in, and like how often do you fight other teammates? How many people total?
So it's a battle royale without being a battle royale.
Whoa, your voice just like exploded in slow motion robot. So can you try that one more time?
All right, so it's a battle royale without being a battle royale. Like, you're a team of 3, and you get dropped to this planet, and the whole point is to gather as many. There's a lot going on, and it's like there's too much. Like, they're trying to do too much in a single game for what, at least that's the way that I feel. That you're dropped into this planet, you fight just random AI things that are there, and you try and collect these special shards. You try and collect these special shards to take back to the space station. I don't know. I never actually finished the game. We got to where there were only 2 teams left, and then they have these storms. They're like, because you're out in the snow, and you have to worry about, like, I'll talk about that in a second. But they have these storms that, you know, just like randomly appear, kind of like the red zones in PUBG, and they'll like make you cold. And then there's like a Cat 5 storm that literally just instantly kills you. And we found that out when we were,
Heck?
in the middle of
Like scavenging
in the middle
for
of
stuff?
trying to win.
Oh.
Yeah. And that, like, while you're there, you have to worry about hunger, how cold you are, and whether or not you're poisoned. And because you can fight animals, like there's bears, wolves, dogs, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And so they drop meat, and you get raw meat that you can either consume, or I think somebody has the ability to like cook it. And if you eat raw meat, you know your poison counter goes down, or to the point where if you get poisoned, you just slowly keep ticking away until you get an anti-venom or anti-poison syringe. And trying to think of what else.
That sounds like a lot is going on.
Yeah, you don't actually have to fight other players, you know, because like the goal is, there's like 2 goals. One is just to get as many crystals as possible to take it back to
The space station.
space station, and the other is to like eliminate, you know, everybody, I guess. I don't know if you necessarily have to eliminate everybody. It tells you when, you know, during some of the loading screens, you don't have to fight other players to win the game. The main goal is just to collect the most amount of shards and get it back to the drop-off point, or the excavate whatever the fuck that is.
Gotcha. Extraction point.
That one,
Evac?
yeah, the point.
I gotta see this in action. There's a lot of stuff you're throwing at me, but I want to see how that all works together.
Like, it's not bad, but there's just a lot to worry about. Like, because if you get caught in a storm, you start getting cold, and you can dodge the cold some by getting inside. Like, if there's like broken down buildings, and if you're in the building, you know the storm doesn't affect you. But if you're cold and you have no way to heat yourself up, like, you just start taking a massive amount of damage, and then you're dead. And then, you know, we got caught in the middle of like 2 or 3 storms, and we were waiting for them to move away, and then all of a sudden we just dropped dead because apparently there was a Cat 5 that came in and just, you know, wiped all of us out.
Oh my god.
You know, and the same thing with the bombing sections of PUBG. Like the red circles were just worthless. Like they didn't add anything to the game. They were really stupid. You know, and I gave them that feedback. I was like, there's a lot going on. Like there is just so much that you have to do because you have to worry about crafting. You have to worry about, you know, where your health is at. You have to upgrade you have to make armor. You have to, you know, worry about whether you're toxic or if you're cold. And then you have these stupid fucking storms, and then you're trying to collect these shards, which you only have a limited amount of inventory space. Like you can only carry, I think, like 7 different things, and there's a max number of shards that you can carry in a single slot,
Okay.
which is like 5. So like if one person had no support items, he could carry like 35, you know, shards. And that's it. And there's 110 or 112 or something that you're supposed to mine before it even says, "Hey, get to the extraction point."
I
I don't
so
even remember
So they want a set limit. You can't just grab some and leave.
That I don't know. Like I don't remember being able just to grab stuff and leave. I don't remember seeing anything on the map that said, "Hey, get to this point." I'm pretty sure you have to hit or collect the 110 or whatever shards before anything even happens.
So you're saying there's other teams. So is it a race to get 100 and leave?
It's a
is
race to just get as many as you can, and once you hit
the
the
threshold?
100, yeah, then that's when the computer's like, "Hey, get to the extraction point."
But
But I don't know. It wasn't very well outlined or defined.
So, okay, yeah, it sounds like there's some stuff that they need to communicate to the player here. So if let's say there is 4 teams left, right? And they
Mhm.
can't. Is it possible for all of them to hit the threshold and then they all head to the evac point? Is it the same evac point for everyone?
I think so. I mean, you don't have to fight a single person. You can literally have everybody team up, go and kill all the compounds, and then, you know, fight over who can pick up the shards the fastest and then get to the extraction point. Like, you don't actually have to kill a player at all. Like, no, all the players can do is just, like, go to different sites or go to same sites, help each other kill the, you know, the monsters and the people and things, and then get to the extraction.
But they
we
can
never
kill you
got
though, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened with most of them. Like, anytime we ran across anybody, we either got fired upon or we started firing on them.
Okay.
You know, like, we never once ran into a team that was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" and then, you know, went on about their business.
Yeah, that's
It,
okay.
it is a pre-alpha, so there's, like, you know...
I'm sure there's still a bunch of UI stuff they need to add and communicate with the people, but
Yeah, there's, like, proximity chat would be really cool, like, where, you know... They had the ability to do push to talk, but there was no button to actually do push to talk, so I don't really know how that works. And so we just left our mic on you know, receiver. You know, their UI, they have a lot of work to do on their UI. Like I said, it is a pre-alpha game, so it was interesting to see like what all they had out. You couldn't actually look at your control scheme until you went into a game. Like,
one more time.
So sitting in the lobby, like just waiting, doing nothing, you can look at the roster, see the 4 people, and then there's like 4 more people that are locked. So I'm assuming that they're gonna have like a bunch of people that either come out or that you can unlock after so many games.
Right.
And then you can, you know, look at them, and that's where you kind of select which one you want to play. Like, it doesn't come up and say, "Hey, pick who you want." No, it's whatever you clicked on last in the roster is
Yeah.
the one that you're going to end up playing. So if you're just like looking at, you know, Bob, and you wanted to play Jill, well, if you selected Bob last before you clicked, you know, play, you're playing fucking Bob. Like, that's it.
Oh my god.
It's not like Apex Legends or something where it goes, "Hey, select your character," you know?
It's you. I hope you like what you picked last time.
You know, yeah. And so, again, pre-alpha, there's a lot of things that are probably going to change in the next coming months, but that's one of those things that you're just like, should probably have some sort of selection system.
Yeah, that UI needs to be a little more asynchronous because,
you know, and then the settings on the lobby, you got to choose your voice to be push to talk or whatever it is where it just picks it up if you start talking. And then there was one other one. There was no keyboard schema. There was no change keyboard schema. There was, how to play the game. There was nothing. It was literally lobby that had my email just pasted across, for whatever reason, it was just pasted across the lobby background.
That's weird.
A whole bunch of times. And then the roster where you look at the characters and then those two settings in the settings.
So that's alpha.
Yeah, it's definitely pre-alpha. Like they're still in development.
Jeez.
But like the game was fun. It was definitely a lot of fun to play. It was.
It sounds different.
It is very different, but there is a lot going on. It's not like PUBG where you have to worry about the attachments and things on your weapons and then your health. You have to worry about a lot of things, and then you're getting attacked by animals and these mutant creatures, and then AI people, and then other players, and then you have to worry about those dumbass storms. But it was a hell of a lot of fun. The more I played, the more I understood it, the better I got at doing stuff. And like I said, by my third or fourth game, we had gotten to 2 teams left, and we alone had probably 35 or 40 shards on our persons.
Okay.
And we were trying to make it to this last one. We had 90 out of the 110 shards collected, and we were trying to make it to this last one that had a 21 shard deposit or 12 shard deposit, so that we could just hit the threshold and then get out. And then we just got blown up by the Cat 5 storm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll wait to see more on it, because it sounds interesting, but like you said, it sounds like there's a lot of stuff going on. And you know how I hate meter management, so this sounds like a lot more than meter management. Whew. All right, let me go
There's
through.
a lot of meter managing with the cold, cold food and toxic.
Especially if you have the toxicity thing and you're poisoned, just let me die. All right.
Yeah.
Now let me go through some of this stuff I would listen to, watched, and played real quick. First, Bazzi? How do you pronounce that guy's name?
I don't know.
All right, well, I think he's known for, what is it, that Smile song? What is that called too? I didn't do my
I don't know
research
which
here.
one for me.
You hear music too, guy? What's going on, dude?
I just heard Trina.
Trina? Hold on, let me look up his songs then, dude, because
Bazzi.
Mine. It's called Mine.
Familiar. What the hell is that song?
I think
I'll click it.
Yeah, just find out the song Mine. You know the song. The chorus was used as memes everywhere.
Oh.
Something when you
wrote
smile.
Your dad, then he
Yeah,
came on
pretty
me,
much
yeah.
that. I guess this is his first EP, or I don't think it's an album. Is it an album or EP? It doesn't even say on the website. Awesome. Either way, it's 28 minutes. The You're So Precious When You not that one, but yeah. Where am I at here? It's called Soul Searching. It's 28 minutes long. It's a very easily digestible album. It's very similar to that song, but I think it's better because I enjoyed mine a bit because the chorus was catchy. This one has a bunch of catchy choruses. He has some good features. 21 Savage is on this. Black is on this. And they both did pretty good on this on the features, especially Black.
I have a question. Since you said 21's in it.
Yeah.
At any point does he go, "Oh wow"?
No, he says 21. I don't think he does. If he does, I don't hear it because there's a lot. The instrumentals are very they're simple, but it's enough to get the song going. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. It's very chill,
it's like Pharrell's kind of music where it's not that much instrumentation, but it's a song.
Yeah, sort of. And it's just dope to listen to. It's only 28 minutes. I listened to it the album already 3 times, while I'm working on the drive to the gym and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I'm digging it. The writing's pretty good. There's one introspective track That's like him talking to his younger self and stuff like that. But the rest of it is very relationship heavy, and him dealing with the fame. Since I'm assuming he blew up after that Mine song. I didn't hear about him until that song came out. But yeah, I recommend it. I don't have none of these songs have made it to the library, but I listened to the album again. It's just very chill music. I guess I'll leave Cadence of Hyrule for last. I watched Stan. Go what?
Last.
Yeah.
Last.
What?
Why last?
Because that's probably the best thing on here.
Okay.
Ooh, he said shut up.
But I mean, I'm not saying that the next two things are not like none of these things that I've consumed were bad. Luckily, in my opinion. So Stan and Ollie, movie about a comedy duo in the 30s, played by Stephen Coogan, which you've seen in countless other movies, who plays Stan. John C. Reilly plays Oliver Hardy. The other people you really don't know much. Anyway, but it's like they play those. This is the real people. It's based on the, I'm assuming, true story, because it chronicles their life after like the 1930s, after like a certain incident in their life where they kind of broke apart for a little bit, and then they came back together to do like a comedy tour that would fund a movie they wanted to do together. It's just a great movie about friendship and like actual like real relationship between creatives, I guess would be the term. Tugs at the heartstrings a bit. It'll get those tears flowing in certain areas. John C. Reilly, I keep forgetting he's a great freaking actor. Like, he doesn't just do like silly Tim and Eric stuff. Like, he's actually very talented. He did a fantastic job playing as Ollie. Yeah, and same with Stan's character. They do a lot, since they were a comedy duo in the 30s, they do a lot of like physical gags, since they didn't have like recording stuff back in the day, if that makes sense. Like, they do a lot of Tom and Jerry type of comedy, and it's pretty funny.
Slapstick.
Like slapstick, thank you. And it's a lot of it, there's moments where you're like, oh, it doesn't age well, but then there's sometimes where they make it happen. I highly recommend it. It was a great movie about them. I didn't know anything about them until then, and these guys did an awesome job performing as them. So yeah, Stan and Ollie. Sword of Trust is the next thing I watched. This one's interesting in terms of the plot, but it's like a small scale plot. So it's about 4 characters. 2 of them work at a pawn shop called it's a pawn shop run by a guy named Mel and a kid named Nathaniel, who I thought was the kid from, he might be, I had to look it up, from Napoleon Dynamite, the Hispanic kid.
Mm-hmm. I
think it's him, but I didn't double check because I don't know what significance that would add to this. So, and then the other 2 is a lesbian couple played, I don't remember the older woman, but the younger lady's from, remember 22 Jump Street, Randall, the spoilers for 22 Jump Street, the girl who ended up being the drug dealer. Mm-hmm. She's in this, and her partner is someone else. She's also very famous, but let me just look it up before I'm doing the disservice here. John Bass is the kid who plays Nathaniel. Mark Maron plays Mel. Like
Mark Maron. Sorry.
Mark Maron, he does a good job on this too. He has okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, but he's really good in this. Michaela Watkins plays Mary, which is like the older lesbian woman, and the younger one is Jillian Bell. So this takes place in the South, so there's a lot of Southern speaking people, which makes me laugh sometimes, but there's like really Southern accents that makes you laugh. Anyway, so the plot is, like I said, those 2 own a pawn shop, and then the other 2 girls, one of the girls, the girl from 22 Jump Street, the drug dealer chick, her great-grandfather died or passed away or something, and left her a sword. From the Civil War. Okay. So
it makes a little more sense. Like,
yeah,
leaves her sword.
He was a knight.
Yeah, he was. It's a sword from the Civil War, and and he left it with but the sword was from the north, and they're in the south. Like, just bear with me. So, along with the sword is the certificate of authenticity, and then a letter he wrote that would say that the South actually won the war. And they were trying to hide. Well, hold on, bear with me. It's how it got me. So I'm like, okay, what's happening here? So, yeah, but it's hard to correctly confirm it because the old man was getting he's old, so he's probably senile. So he wrote the story of how it happened and how he got a sword from the north because it was given to them as a sign of surrender in a specific battle that was never really documented, and whatever. There's writing for it, right?
Okay.
So they're like, oh, we got it. Maybe we can get some cash after this because this is game changing, right? If this is actually true. So I guess the first place they go to is a pawn shop, which is Mel's and Nathaniel's pawn shop, to go and sell it. So of course, if anyone's seen any Mark Maron movies or anything with him in it, you know his face of disbelief, and he's like, because they tell him the whole shtick, and he's like, no, I'm not buying it. He there's no way. You guys are crazy. You guys believe that this is happening? And then
Is he
so they
doing a Southern accent?
No, he's not. He plays a character from New Mexico. A lot of this, they're all very well written characters, and they're grounded and believable. It's great. The writing's fantastic. The casting's great. Delivery is fantastic, especially if you're a fan of Mark Maron. He does a great job. Where was I at? So yeah, they say, no, I'm not buying this. This is stupid. How would you ever believe this? I don't care that you have a certificate of authenticity in this stupid story. This is dumb. So they leave, and then the Nathaniel kid starts looking it up, and apparently there's a group of people that are saying the same thing. There's a lot of people who believe the same thing, and they've been collecting items so they can bring it. Collecting specific items for it to work. What happened?
No, I'm saying this story that was supposed to be under wraps is starting to come out.
It's starting to come out. So that's when Mark Aaron's character and him's like, okay, I still don't believe in this, but I'm sure we can sell that thing for a lot of money to these idiots. And then that's when the story begins. I'm not going to spoil it anymore, but then that's when the story begins. He calls the ladies back, and then now the adventure begins on trying to sell this thing. And is this thing real? Did they actually win this whole conspiracy thing? But yeah, awesome. It's funny. It's not in break your back hilarious. It's just smart quip. Archer season 1 and 2 kind of funny, where the dialogue's fantastic, the quips are great, and that kind of thing.
Because after that, it was all downhill.
Yeah, after this, I don't know what season it was, but the first 2 or 3 seasons, it was Archer was gold. I couldn't wait to see the next episode, but now I'm I don't even watch it anymore.
It was whenever they went to Archer Vice, that was where it just started to tank. Archer Vice wasn't terrible,
but we saw what was about to happen. Yeah, they're I guess they're gonna just redo this every season and make a different theme.
I haven't even watched any of the latest episodes because I was this is just who wants to watch the detective agency? I want him to be a spy that goes off and actually
those stupid things.
Fucks everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Sword of Trust. Definitely, you got to watch it. I thought it was really good. Character development's fantastic. Very well written. It's a small scale drama, I guess. Small scale, what's gonna happen next? But I don't know. It was a good time. I highly recommend Sword of Trust. And now for what we all been waiting for. Cadence of Hyrule. Crypt of the Necrodancer. No. I mean, you've been waiting for that for quite some time. But I don't think that's going to happen for you. I'm sorry. What happened?
After this, it's just something that happened in the week.
Okay. Crypt of the Necrodancer featuring The Legend of Zelda. I'm just going to call it Cadence of Hyrule because that title is way too long. All right, so where do we begin? I'll start with I never played Crypt of the Necrodancer, but I heard it was a rhythm game / roguelike.
I played it.
Okay. Did you enjoy that at all?
I talked about it on one of these episodes. It's fun. I played it for a bit.
Mhm.
I got the point of it. I enjoyed myself. I never played it again.
Okay. Okay. What do you think of the Zelda gameplay? Like if you're playing
Like the
Zelda,
games themselves?
yeah, like Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds.
They're fun.
Okay. Now imagine if they made a baby together. I'm about to tell you what that looks like, feels like, and sounds like. The
What does it
music.
smell like?
I'm gonna tell you what the
Describe how
music.
it's
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's for a different stream. Let's start with the music because this is a rhythm game. It's awesome. It's remixes. Remixes to like all of the classic songs. The song gets it's like multiple versions of the same song depending on intensity. So like I said, it's a rhythm based. Once you get a lot of consecutive like on beat movements and actions, it starts intensifying, and the music like does the same thing as well. Like the music changes, it gets more intense as you're navigating through the screen. Excuse me. So music's fantastic. Gameplay. This ended up being a fast-paced, turn-based game for me, and I didn't think I would like.
Based.
I know that. Bear with me. So I started. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna freaking like this. Like I'm like, why did I buy this? Because at first, if I'm not used to playing Zelda at a beat. That makes sense. But the mechanics are made surrounding that. Like the enemies move in certain patterns. They move on beat in certain ways. They attack on beat in certain ways. So you're doing a puzzle game, rhythm game, and RPG as fast, like on beat, because you don't want to mess up the miss of the beat, because you might miss a not a turn, but like you'll miss the beat and you won't do the action you want to do. So at first you're like, oh my god, how am I gonna how's my head gonna? I'm managing meters again. Like I hate this. And it turns out once you get the rhythm down, like depending on what area you're in, what song, it's bliss. You're going through attacking, especially when you start knowing the enemy's patterns and like when they attack, what squares they attack. You're running through them like nothing. Anyway, that's mainly that's the Crypt of the Necro Dancer side of this baby making thing, is that the rhythm base, the enemies having patterns and whatnot. And then the Legend of Zelda side is you get this huge map where you get to explore and go into dungeons and do whatever you need to do. So, another thing for the other mechanic. Once you clear out all the enemies on that screen, you know how like old Zelda games you have a screen and once you go to the edge, it'll swap and like the screen. You know what I'm talking about? Like Metroid has each screen? Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you clear out all the enemies in that screen, you don't have to worry about doing anything on beat. You can just start moving around like you're playing Zelda.
All right.
So that way you're not like constantly like, oh my god, I gotta stay on beat even after there's nothing to fight. Go ahead, Ryan.
Is this game roguelike like Necro Dancer?
Yes,
what
I'll
happens?
get to that in a sec. So, like in Zelda games, you'll find your fire arrows, your ice arrows. And like all the items I guess I haven't found all the items yet, but most of the ones I've seen in Zelda are in here. You have to go through dungeons to find them. You can only access certain areas because you can't access certain areas because you don't have certain items. The whole shtick, you know. The thing is, if you die, there's only some things that stay with you that are permanent. Like if you find a new upgrade to your sword, a new upgrade to your shield, those stay with you. But a shovel that you need doesn't stay with you. Light, like candles and stuff, doesn't stay with you. So if you go to a dungeon without lights and stuff, you'll barely be able to see anything.
So consumables and key items don't stay.
Like keys, like if you find a key to open a chest or something, if you die, you lose that key.
That sucks.
But yeah, but there's still a silver lining. When you clear a screen, you get a currency called diamonds. And with the diamond, yes, those don't reset. You keep that goes through you. That goes with you. That's permanent. Anyway, when you die, you go back to this you wake up in this like weird time zone thing where you can use the diamonds that you've accumulated to buy some stuff from the shop, and that's randomly generated. So you can get a shovel if she has one, a light if she has one. And like shovels and lights all have stats put on top of it, and that's where the Crypt of the Necrodancer mechanics come in. So you might find the candle that'll what is it? That'll multiply depending on like I think how many enemies, or the multiply for some reason, or you can have like a shovel that gains stamina every time you dig something. And stamina is used to like hit him with the move where you can spin around with this stupid sword. There's bombs, of course, and stuff like that are consumables you can find. You can buy. Sometimes you can. At first, you can spend all your diamonds on health, like pieces of the heart orb thing. But after I guess you buy all the ones you can possibly get from her, it never comes up again. So you have to find it in other shops that are around the world.
Game looks so weird.
I know and there's a lot of information coming at you as soon as you start. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. But I've only played like what 2.5 hours of this, dude. This is legit a great. This is what Borderlands did to the FPS shoot and loot. You're like, oh, I just want to shoot things and get loot. Yeah, like this is Kelsey. You have a Switch now. Yes, get this game. I think you would definitely appreciate this. You played Rock Band before. You played Zelda before. You love your RPG stuff. This is it, dude. Exploring is great. Like you'll find items that'll let you know on the map, like, hey, you missed like a dungeon here. You have to find it, but you missed one here, and that's the worst thing that could possibly happen to me. I found a bunch of those things. I know where all like the dungeons are at. I know what squares on the map they're at. So I'm like, I gotta go back and get it. I gotta 100% this. I gotta go back down there and dance my way to victory. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn right you do. Can't not 100% it.
When you go back into a panel, they spawn the enemies again.
If you've already killed them and haven't died yet, no. But you have to clear it. Like if you kill some of the enemies, leave and come back, all of them spawn again. But if you go into a screen, kill everyone, and then walk away, you're fine. It's empty. That's what I've seen so far. It's awesome. There's shops, there's rupees you find, and you can use shops to use your rupees instead to get some different, because each of the items, like I said, there's scrolls you can use that give you temporary buffs that you can find. Like you can get plus defense. There's enemies that are like, they'll hit you with some mix-up. You have no idea. You're like, they'll hit you for like 4 hearts, and you're like, what the hell's happening? You don't have time to think, because the next movement you do, they're making a move. So it's like a chess with music, and it's great. And so far, it's amazing.
In Necrodancer, they had different characters you can pick, and they play differently. Does this have like, you pick Zelda and?
Ooh, I don't. Okay, so the game starts and you play. I guess the protagonist from Crypt of the Necrodancer, because he's like, oh, I'm not from this world or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I guess you're from Crypt of the Necrodancer. But you're saying there's different classes, so I have no idea. Anyway,
it's like characters. It works like Binding of Isaac, where it's technically the same person. Oh, this guy you can move without being on beat or whatever.
Okay, got it. Well, I don't know if it does that because I've only played as Link. The game starts as you play as that protagonist, I guess, and
Cadence, I guess.
Oh, okay. Is it Cadence? Okay. Anyway, you get to a point where you have to choose between Link and Zelda as your playable character, and I picked Link. The thing is, you find Zelda later. Spoilers. So, but then now, okay, let me back up again. There's fast travel in this. You know the tablets that you get it from Breath of the Wild?
Never played Breath of the Wild.
They're like Seraph stones, or there's something like that.
Oh, they have those in Ocarina of Time too.
Oh, then maybe it's that. It might not be from Breath of the Wild.
It's like these little headstones that you can slap in Ocarina of Time.
And they glow blue?
Yeah.
Yes, then that's probably what it is. You use that as a fast travel point to and from places. But when you interact with it, after I found this out, I guess today during lunch. Anyway, when you interact with it after finding Zelda, it says you can play co-op. I don't know if that's on the same screen or if it's like online only, but I can only imagine having 2 people trying to play on beat. I don't know how that works. I can only imagine. But yeah, I haven't tried Zelda. You can swap after you find her. You can swap. I just haven't swapped yet because I just wanted to play the whole thing as Link, and then maybe I'll play the whole thing as Zelda again. I don't know. What am I missing here? I think that's most of the mechanics. Fast travel, unlocking all the pieces like you're playing Zelda. Like, I mean, they have, you name it, they probably have it on here. The fire arrows I mentioned, bombs. They have like swords you can pick up. Like there's an ice sword that gives you +2 damage, but it's fragile. So if you get hit once, it breaks and you lose the sword. You can get infusions done if you spend diamond. You can use diamonds for like infusions, which means whatever weapon you currently have equipped will get like the vampire effect or increased stats depending on what been randomly generated for that little shop, I guess. Geez, what else? It's a fairy, I think, not the shop. Yeah, the fairies that would give you more health or whatever back in Zelda. I don't know which Zeldas do that. They give you infusions, which power up your equipment. Talk about the scrolls that'll give you temp buffs. Yeah, there's just it's great, dude. It's fun. I when I first started, I'm like, man, I'm not gonna freaking like this. I'm not liking my first like 10, 15 minutes. Once I started understanding how this thing works, I'm like, forget about it, dude. You start flying through it like a master. It feels great. It's taking down those enemies. It's fantastic. Fighting new enemies, you'll like if you find mini bosses and stuff, it's always satisfying to figure out what their patterns are. As you're moving around, it's like trying to position yourself, playing neutral the entire time.
Shit.
Like
you
it's
footsies?
Yeah, like you have to. Like it's you have to learn footsies because if not, they'll attack you. They might surround you with like some people might do like a swing attack, and you back yourself into and against the wall, and both sides are targeted. They'll let you know where they're gonna hit, and you're like, well, if I move to the left, I'm gonna get hit. If I move to the right, I'm gonna get hit. You can reflect projectiles with your shield, depending on what level it is. Like
You super dash.
There's some item that lets you dash after a kill or after a block and stuff. Like it's damn. I don't even know what else to talk about. That's most of the mechanics. You have to go up against a guy named Octavio who made Zelda go to sleep and like making other people go to sleep.
I need to meet him.
But yeah, man, it's just fun. It's like I can't wait to keep playing it. It's just satisfying clearing all the screens and seeing those icons just so check marks like you're done with the screen. Like you don't have to come back here again. I'm like, yes, completionist.
You just sit there and just.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, dude. It's so satisfying. Just hearing the music intensify as like you're going in and getting on beat, and you see that little icon on the bottom that they use to like sync, like to get on beat. It starts like freaking out and like electricity and like it's just letting you know you're like fantastic. It's great positive feedback.
Game of the year.
Brian, I don't think it is. No, I mean, I'm not lie. It depends if it keeps this. Because here's the thing. Everything's positioned on the map, I think, on purpose, in a certain way where you unlock new things to try at such a pace where you don't want to put it down. Because you're like, oh, I got this. I could try this now. By the time you get sick of it, there's something else new. Like you got new, like fire arrows, ice arrows. You got the leaf thing from Wind Waker. I think it's from Wind Waker. It's like a huge leaf, and then you could use it to to push yourself away. You can get boots and stuff to jump over enemies and stuff like that. Like, it's great. You find the key, and you're like, oh crap, where does this key go to? And you start like exploding stupid walls that look like they have a crack on it. Like, yes, found a dungeon. And now you're in there doing something, and then you get a new scroll or something that you want to try out, and then like it just keeps.
So is it procedurally generated, or if you die and come back, it's the same?
Oh, when you die and come back, the world's still like your map is still the same. I think per save it generates everything. If it's still RNG, I don't know if the whole thing's RNG or what the heck the issue is. But when you die, you go to that lady. You use your diamonds to if you want to use your diamonds to buy anything that you might need. Like if there's a candle or a ring you can use that'll like project, like deflect one attack or something, or whatever the case may be. And you jump into this little warp hole. And then you get to choose which of those Seraph Stone things that we were talking about earlier that you've activated for your fast travel, and you can start there. And then you're off doing the moves, you know. But yeah, once you start getting the hang of it, man, it's awesome. It's just
It's for the Switch.
Yeah, man. This is one of those exclusive you gotta get. Like,
All right. I might have to go grab it. I still gotta get my my Joy-Cons fixed because it's literally you can't even use them.
Oh my
so
god,
shitty.
this would not be the time for mine to do that. Not when I have to do things on beat. I can't have this happen.
I mean, I have 2 other controllers. You know, like I have the Pro controller and then I have a GameCube controller. And I play it on the big screen out in the living room. But like, I got the Switch so that I could, when I was going to bed, I could just sit there and play for a few minutes, like do a couple races on Mario Kart or do a couple rounds on Smash, and then set it down, and go to sleep. And when I don't want to like have to like set the Switch up in front of me and then sit there with my Pro controller and be like, okay, let's do this. Because if the Switch is like farther away than right here, you can't fucking read what's on the screen.
Yeah, you at that point you're just watching colors mesh together. I definitely get that. But yeah, dude, I with like past like yes, Cadence of Hyrule, awesome. I was always iffy about it. Then when they released a demo of it, and I'm like, should I get this? I should have just done the demo to be sure, but I'm like, I'm just gonna buy it. I have a feel like I got a feeling I'm either gonna love it or hate it. I don't need the demo for this, right? And then 10 minutes in,
dogs on top. So
10 minutes in, I'm like, oh my god, no! There's too much information. I don't know if my brain can handle it. Once it clicked, man, it's satisfying. I still haven't finished all the whole map yet. I haven't got whew. Yo, he's gonna go buy it right now. He just left.
He's gonna buy a hard copy.
Yeah, Randall's gonna go watch Megalo Box. Like he's probably streaming it through his Google Glass right now. And then Kelsey's gonna go play.
Combos, and then he's gonna play Megalo Box.
Yeah. I like how he leaves and he has the last thing on here that we need to talk about. What's his issue?
It's just a class action lawsuit. You just click it.
Security data. I didn't even know that was a thing. Epic Hit with a class action. Give me a JoJo update. Did you finish part 1? My dude, I still have to watch episode 5. I'm making I'm not binging it. I don't have time to binge it. I can watch I'm not a slacker.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. Hobby gets rocks.
All right. Hobby gets rocks. I've been watching like an episode, maybe an episode a day. Not a day, because I guess not, because last time we had the update, I saw 2 episodes, so I've only seen 2 episodes since. So I don't know. Maybe tonight I'll watch an episode or 2. It's because you have to keep in mind, Legion's happening, and so is Preacher. So I'm watching Legion, I'm watching Preacher, like as they air. So, and kidding, I'm gonna see if we can finish that tomorrow, Randall. I don't know if you're listening.
Yeah.
There's new Preacher? Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 episodes out. All right, so maybe tomorrow we can finish up
Let me
kidding.
know when Preacher
It's done?
Yeah.
This is the final season, so it's gonna be done after this. So stay away from the internet, I guess, before people spoil it.
No one really talks about Preacher, at least.
Unfortunately, because it's really cool, and even this season is getting really cool.
Legion specifically, I need the season to be. I tried when season 2 started. I watched the first episode, and it was so much information. I just fell asleep.
Legion gets oh my god, and Legion I don't spoil it. This season's great. There's backstory on the parents.
The creator of Legion said that the script or something for the Doom movie is finished.
Oh, is it?
Marvel. That's what he said. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said. I don't know.
But yeah, that's why I haven't been watching a bunch of JoJo stuff, because it's Legion, Preacher. What else have I watched? I think that's it.
What day does Preacher air?
Sundays, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Sundays or Mondays. I know Legion's on Monday.
I need the whole season for that. We'll
okay.
see.
I guess I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys
start Preacher. I might continue that because that's what I was doing for last season, but I don't know. I don't know anymore, Anthony. You took everything.
But so far, so good on both of those seasons. I'm loving almost every episode that comes out. Kelsey, talk to us about this class action lawsuit. What's going on? Epic's stealing my information?
So apparently there was in January, and I remember reading about this, there was a bug in Fortnite that may have exposed personal information of several million accounts. And they fixed the issue but they have not verified whether or not they've not disclosed whether or not it actually had any implications.
Like any sensitive data that was breached?
Yeah. So it says Epic Games acknowledged and fixed the issue, but the suit alleges the company has failed to notify the affected users. So somebody thinks that they know that Epic Games know who was affected, and they haven't bothered to send out an email saying, "Hey, you may or may not have been a victim of, whatever."
A data breach.
So they're trying to like get compensation or at least something from them for the fact that they had a huge data leak.
Wow. So, is it gaining traction? Like these guys, is this suit picking up steam here or what? Does it say?
I mean, it sort of looks like it because they actually they filed the suit, so it's got to be getting some sort of traction.
That's good. Yeah, because if there's any security data breach or any data breach in like almost any other service I use, I get an email immediately. Yo, change your password now. Like,
yeah.
If they're staying quiet about it, maybe nothing really happened, but you should still let people know who are using your service that something's happening. It's called transparency. That's always a plus. Not jot this down, companies. Thank you. That's about it for news. The one thing that we could do quickly, I guess. Oh, Brian, hit me with it.
October 8th or October 9th?
You said October?
Indivisible's out.
Oh, that's true. Yes, Brian. Can we get some rocks in the chat and some claps? Brian finally got the release date. October 8th, he said? Indivisible.
Either 8th or 9th, I don't remember. I instantly pre-ordered it.
Nice.
Which was the issue? I don't know. Yeah, hold on, Randall. So there's clear patterns in things that involve me. So Thursday's when they said the release date, October, right? And it was pre-order able on Thursday. I said, bet, let me pre-order it, right?
Uh-huh.
The next day, I get an email saying, oh, because of the price we have now, the international places, it's too expensive, so we're going to lower the price now.
Why don't
the
you
next day after I pre-ordered it.
Why don't you just contact them and be like, yo, I pre-ordered it. Can I get my money back?
I already refunded it on Steam and got the right price, but it's just funny how day later it's cheaper.
That's crazy. Yeah, I need you to buy like a Tesla right now, so then I can get it for like $30,000 cheaper. Thanks.
I gotta get a hitbox so Randall can get one for free.
Yeah.
I gotta get a. Speaking of which,
Kelsey, what do you want, man? He's gonna buy it first, and you get it for a lot cheaper next.
I could have like paid for your wedding, and then the next one would have been free. Like if for my wedding, your wedding would have been free. What was I gonna say? Thanks to David and Javi, I made a $22 dent in my hitbox donation goal.
Nice.
So we're almost there, dude.
Nice.
We're almost there.
No, nowhere near close.
Hey, man, progress is progress, man. Yeah. What are you talking about? We laugh at him like that.
Yeah, shipping's done, dude.
$200.
Yeah, but now the shipping's covered.
It's $22 for shipping?
It's $20 for shipping.
Yo, they literally just pay for shipping. Oh my god. Brian, you're gonna regret it, dude. Yeah, you're gonna use that hitbox.
Finish my joke already.
Oh my god.
Brandon's doing a lot of laughing, but he's not doing a lot of donating, right?
No, he's not. Yep. You're gonna get it and you can be like, oh, okay, and then never use it again.
If I don't use it, I can just give it to Randall.
Oh, that's true. No, make him pay $200. The heck?
No, because if he pays for mine, then he can use it. You know.
Johan says he won't even play him in Darkstalkers. So, I mean, once you get Miguel hands, you don't want to play any fighting game. So
he heard my 16 is the best in Orlando, and he's like, I don't even want to see that against my.
No, he heard about. Yeah, I was gonna say he heard about your cell. Anyway,
yeah.
I guess the last thing is next week is Gamescom. There's gonna be a streamed event. 2 of them. One is for Stadia, and the other one's for like Jeff Keighley. That's gonna announce a bunch show off world premieres and stuff. I don't know if you guys want to like have any hopes and dreams of what they're gonna announce at Gamescom. A lot of publishers are gonna be on that stage, I guess, like, announcing games, maybe DLC updates and stuff. I'm sure Capcom's gonna be out there showing off Monster Hunter, that latest one. I don't even know if that's out yet, but Johan says my favorite fighting game tied with Skullgirls, in which I main Parasol. Who mains Parasol for real?
But what I say under that?
Why I also main Parasol some more. Well, okay, no. So Brian, do you legit main
No,
Parasol?
No.
I play the whole cast.
Oh my god, I need a straight
But he
answer.
doesn't main her.
Okay.
I main Skullgirls, Anthony.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Johan, do you legit main Parasol?
No. Well, I actually don't know.
You
if
don't
he
know?
does.
Yeah, you have never seen
Ooh,
Johan play
pussy.
Skullgirls, dude. How are you gonna
Have I?
tell? No.
I don't know. Maybe I.
Yeah, he just said, "How would he know?" I was like, "You haven't seen him play. So there's no
I
way you
feel
know."
like I've played him in Skullgirls.
Oh well, okay.
Okay, guys. Sorry about this, but I actually have to get off early. I will talk to you guys next week.
All right then. Hold on, let me
Alright.
swap. Hold on, I gotta switch
Next
over
Put up
week.
to you.
the. Yeah.
Oh wait, it's
every
after you
Tuesday.
leave. Sorry, it's after.
Oh, I thought y'all played like during the week sometimes.
No, the game that he'll probably play with me is Path of Exile, and I have yet to download it.
I have to add.
I keep forgetting to
I have
download
make a- I have
And I'm
to make a-
streaming other stuff. Go ahead, sorry, Ron.
I have separate characters for Black Desert. I just haven't loaded it up yet, but I definitely wanted to play that again, so I'll play that with you.
And
just have
that
to
too, I
figure out
wanted to
which
try
character.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
All right, man, take it easy, dude.
Bye.
I actually made
Bam.
like 5 characters in Skullgirls.
There it is. So
I
Johan
mean-
said he mains Big Band, Eliza, and Parasol. So he does
Ooh,
play
I
Parasol,
mean-
Randall.
I mean Peacock, Squiggly, Cerebella, Robo Fortune, Parasol.
Okay, Brian, we
Beowulf.
get it, dude. You play all the characters. Infiltration over here, dude.
Shit.
Johan said, no, Johan, that was Javi, I think earlier on. He said, where is it? Are they gonna
And then
announce Red Dead
2.
Red Dead 2 for PC? Here's the thing. Now take this with a grain of salt. It might come to Stadia, and here's why. The first Stadia Connect they showed, where they were like showing off like the first like Nintendo Direct type of thing they had, they were showing icons that would revolve. All right, like not revolve, like rotate different icons. One of them was a Western icon. Now, what huge Western game would be fantastic to debut at this press conference they're having an hour before Gamescom starts? Red Dead. Well, it's not gonna be Gun from the Xbox 360 era.
No, it's 1-2 Switch.
It's not gonna be 1-2 Switch. So I'm thinking they're gonna announce. It might be coming out to PC, but I think they're also gonna announce PC and Stadia. So yeah, I don't even know what the heck they're gonna announce for world premieres at Gamescom. Like they announced, I think, gameplay for the Predator game that's coming out, but like I don't even really care for the Predator
And then
stuff.
announce Skullgirls 2
I doubt it.
and Team Fortress 3
All right, now I guess
and
we're gonna
Marvel 4.
All right, we're gonna move on, I guess. Hey, I would love them to like just Gabe Newell walks up there with Jeff Keighley and be like, "Hey, man, we heard you guys."
I'm in Charlotte. I meant to type that. Did you?
What is Redhead wearing? What is the Redhead wearing? I don't even know what that is,
Kelsey.
Puffy. Oh, got it. Well, he was part of the podcast earlier, so he's wearing the Powerpuff Girls Blossom. I don't know if you're familiar with Powerpuff Girls, but yeah, that's that's what he's wearing. He had to leave early, so. But yeah, where was I at?
You said it if you're to.
Try that again, one more time, please.
You said to fill time you're gonna do one thing, and then I said indivisible.
Oh, just Phil Tom was just like to guess to see, or what do you want to be announced at Gamescom for next week? Since it made an entire event about world premieres. Jeff Keighley loves saying world premieres.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
What?
Indivisible announced date release. Cyberpunk release date release. I'm fine. I don't really care. I have no expectations. It's nothing to really.
Yeah, same here. Like, I just want to see. As soon as Stadia's like, "Yo, we're gonna have our own thing," right before, I'm like, "Thank you. I need more games for me to like double down on this." And then whatever the heck, probably Last of Us 2 probably release date. More Tsushima. I don't know what else.
Did you?
They're gonna announce.
People are thinking, or I don't know if it leaked or if it's just rumored. The PS5 release date is gonna be the same, or Ghost of Tsushima is gonna be a launch title for PS5. That's what people are saying.
I guess they can do that because last year they had a bunch of dual releases where like Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out on both PS3 and on PS4. Puppy 6. What do we talk about? We give our like impressions on movies we watch, TV shows, games, music we've heard like in the past week.
Talk about what we did from the last podcast episode to now, the time in between what we did, and if there's any news that we care about, we talk about it, and then next Tuesday comes and we do it again.
Yeah, that's it. It's basically a check-in of what's happening in the entertainment industry.
Sometimes I
guess
sweat through my
media
shirt, it's whatever.
Yeah. And sometimes Randall looks up from his phone, sometimes.
Ooh. He only looks up when he knows that he's not the best parasol here.
Okay.
So he doesn't ever look up then because he doesn't.
He's always looking at the fuck.
What?
What?
Can I give you a suggestion on music, as in what to listen to? I mean, shoot.
You can write whatever you want as long as it's not calling me the N-word or something like that.
Yeah. I guess we gotta keep it moving. Already at an hour and 46. And that's it, man. Gamescom's next week. We're gonna have a lot of announcements. So next Tuesday is probably gonna be a bunch of news heavy things because there's gonna be world premieres and whatnot. I'm gonna be geeking out over Google Stadia again. So brace yourselves. Versace by Migos. Yo, that song knocks, dude. The Drake remix does. Drake fanboy here, so.
What do you mean the remix? He's in the song.
I thought there was 2 versions of it. I thought there was a regular Versace and I thought there was a remix with Drake's in it.
If there is 2 versions, I've never heard the non-Drake version.
Oh, okay. All it says is Versace. Dude, sometimes, hey, at one point it doesn't even become what it says, it's what you hear. You just hear the word Versace, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do you hear Laurel?
What?
You remember that thing, the Yanny or Laurel?
Oh, that's true.
This is a Ram Ranch.
It blocked it. Oh, no, it didn't. Ram Ranch is not something you want to listen to. All right. Releases for the week. Vicious Circle comes out this week, I think today. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw came out today, which I saw the quick look on Giant Bomb, and it looks really dope. It's like a space simulator. You're like it looks dope. Oh, excuse me. That's all I know about that's coming out this week. That I checked the list, but those 2 games was what I saw that was coming out this week. So. Oh wait, hold on. No, that's next week. Sorry, Remnant. Movies this week. I didn't see anything that I was like, hey, I need to see this. So, unless you're into the Angry Birds movie, there's a second one coming out. No? Yeah, I thought so.
I didn't even watch the first one.
Yeah,
nor
me
did
neither.
I remember there was a movie.
Music this week. We got Snoop Dogg dropping an album. We got Snow Allegra with Those Feelings Again. That's how it's gonna sound. Johan in the chat says Angry Birds was sick, dude. I've never watched it. Nice. ASAP Ferg, Floor Seats comes out this week too. Yeah, I didn't even know. Is that a single or an entire project?
Whole album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
he has a song that's same title, but the whole album. I think it's like 10 songs. I don't remember.
Okay.
I saw it on Twitter today. Where's my phone?
I'm probably next to you, dude.
Help.
I'm not gonna help you on that. So that's about it, people, for the releases. Snow Allegra ASAP and Snoop Dogg's coming out this week. I think he's got some good features though. I don't remember the track list off the top of my head, but that's about it. What are you guys doing the rest of this week? And we'll close up.
Random person seen
Yeah,
the
since
single.
you just laughed at us this episode. Literally, that's all you did.
He laughed at my community supporting my dreams.
Yeah, that's true. He's still laughing at you.
This guy's a scum, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's toxic behavior.
How'd we get him?
What am I doing? The rest of this week obviously would be work for both regular job and side gig. But I think I'm wrapping up some things for the side gig, which will free up some time for me to work on my own stuff. So I'm hoping tomorrow I can start working on my own stuff. What am I going to work on?
I thought he was taking my approach of how I say what I'm gonna stream.
I don't know. I did finish the stuff for you for the app.
Okay. Did you send it to me?
No, I have
Okay.
to send it to you.
Well, I need the listing first. Like the asset stuff's gonna come
Um,
afterwards. I gotta make sure it works the way you want it to work first before it looks the way you want it to look.
so yeah, I don't know.
But don't you?
I have no idea what I'm going. I'm going to work on something though. Oh,
Why do you gotta
I might
yell?
work on the game. That
Okay.
game that I was talking about. Platinum 03
Since there's the first and the second one did so well.
was a hit. Yeah,
Yeah, those things are top of Metacritic.
there you go. That's probably what I'm going to work on.
You know, it's not even the first game that would start with the 3. Wasn't there a game on GameCube, Piano 3?
Well, I mean, it's PNO. That was good because the model of the character was PNO3.
Yeah, but he can tie it to the lore if he wants.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm just letting you. The joke was the first two was a smash hit. That's where
But
I left
Witcher
it.
started at Witcher 2.
Okay. Yep. What are you doing this week, Brian?
Is Randall done? I interrupted him.
Yeah, I'm good.
The hell's today's Tuesday? I'm switching my. I just spit on my. I don't know what's going on. I'm breaking
Brian,
down.
what is wrong with your body right now?
I'm switching my stream schedule to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That way, it's just not bum rushing streams at the end of the week. So I'm streaming tomorrow. We're doing Overwatch. Either that or Friday, one of those days. I don't know what I'm gonna stream. We're back to this, but I'll stream something. I gotta find time so that I can go back to doing the music review YouTube stuff. I did one video last month and I haven't done one since because that's when I had less time on my hands.
Okay.
I said streaming already. That's about it probably. Just streaming and doing that. Seeing if I can do that.
And for me, probably more streaming tomorrow and Thursday. I'm torn again, like I said earlier. I gotta try the Apex solos, the Overwatch new content, and Black Ops has double XP. I want to grind out those XPs, those levels, those weapon levels. It's addicting. Ba, 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 ba. And yeah, probably stream Tuesday and Thursday. I don't think I'm gonna stream Friday. Since I used to have Rooster Teeth first, they gave me a free key for Vicious Circle, so I have Vicious Circle. I might try that out this week instead of on Thursday or something. Cause I still
What
don't
days
know
did you say you're streaming? Not Friday. What days?
tomorrow and Thursday.
Okay.
What did I say something different?
No, I blanked out. I just heard not Friday.
Okay. And that's about it. Yeah, Vicious Circle I might try out. If not, the same Battlefield grind on Thursday because then on Thursday I have a fourth thing to play because there's new challenges for Battlefield. There's too many things to shoot, Brian. There's not enough time, you know. I'm glad for the support. All right.
I mean,
He's like, let me check my timeline for that answer. Nope, I don't have it. No one retweeted it.
my phone lit up and there was no notification. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I believe that story.
Wow.
Oh snap! There's mimics. There's mimics in Cadence of
Did he just throw
Hyrule.
his phone?
Yeah, it would have been too late if it was a mimic and he picked it up. Dead. Already
they know where
dead.
my wrench is. They're not gonna attack me.
What you don't know is that wrench is a mimic.
Well, shit.
Shoot. All right, people. That's about it for this week's episode of the ADLR Podcast, episode 59. If you want to support the channel,
Yeah,
you can
man.
go. You can go to patreon.com/ADLRplays. If you want to donate to a good cause, you can go to extralife.adlrplays.com. The proceeds go to Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children here in Orlando. And as always, if you want to submit a topic for us to discuss in future episodes, you can go to topics.adlrplays.com, and we'll talk about it in a future episode. Cutoff time is usually 7 p.m. day of the podcast, which is Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, man. That's about it, people. We'll see you guys next week. I'll be on streaming this week, probably. But that's for the next episode, next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye.